quite a bit of, considering it's been only a couple podcasts and like just a week or something, week and a half. A whole lot has changed. Like, holy shit, a whole lot of differences in the old podcast and the new one. How's everything going?
Yeah, well, this one compared to last time when you asked me, I couldn't tell you what was up.
Yeah,
you know, but this camp had the worst luck. I couldn't believe we were dropping like flies. It was unbelievable. I mean, here you are in the greatest facility on earth, right? Yeah. The Nas Training Center and the Nas Complex owned by the Prince. This is his private gym.
Yeah.
We had the greatest everything, accommodations, greatest hospitality you could ever ask for.
Perfect environment.
Ahmad Jabber, who's our basically host, he become like our big brother, you know. He takes care of us really, really well. And we had everything. The Prince is, you know, very accommodating for us. So we had all the luxuries, all the amenities we could ever ask for. And first thing first, I show up here a week early so I can, deal with the jet lag, which there was. I got here early. Jet lag kicked my butt, but I got adjusted. I started working out, training to get ready for the guys to get here. Well, Khabib shows up about 5 days after I do, and he comes in and he has the mumps. And I'm like, what the hell's the mumps? And I go, because in the good old US of A, we have vaccine. We don't have the mumps. We haven't even heard of the mumps, right? So I'm like, what the hell? I look it up. It's a 2-week, basically, death curse.
Yeah.
You know, you're out. You know, so I'm like, oh, crap. When did you get the mumps? Oh, the day before his father's event that he threw in Russia.
Yeah.
So that was on a Thursday. He got the day before, so he shows up that week. And I'm like, oh, crap. So he couldn't work out. He didn't work out at all. He got here on, I believe, the 11th, right? September 11th. Didn't work out. Couldn't work out. He couldn't work out. He was sick. So then come Monday, the following Monday, which was the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, about the 16th, he said, okay, you know, I gotta work out. He's got to work out. We can't be going 2 weeks without any workout. Something we got to work out. So he worked out really light on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, he seemed to get a little bit better. And then Thursday, before training, I'm like, where's Khabib? Coach, he's in the hospital. I went, oh, no. It got worse. So he was in the hospital for 3 days, bro, another IV and everything. And I'm like going, oh, man, this just couldn't have gotten any worse, man. I'm like, holy moly. I'm going, oh, my gosh. So I'm like freaking out, bro. And then we're still training the whole thing, waiting for him. And I'm thinking, we're fighting probably, I wasn't for sure, but I was thinking either the second most toughest guy or the toughest guy, you know, behind Conor. And I'm going, and we're going to have this going on already, on top of the fact I don't have his father with me.
Yeah.
I'm like going, oh, my God, what am I going to do? And my mind is like racing. I'm thinking, man, if I had a healthy Khabib, I wouldn't be concerned. But I didn't have a healthy Khabib. I had a Khabib that wasn't healthy at all. So he started training, he gets sick. Then he gets out of the hospital 3 days later. He can't work out still because he's got to rest. So he rested another 3 or 4 days, right? So we're already like, you know, almost 3 weeks into camp. He still hasn't been able to really work out.
Yeah.
So finally, he gets to work out, and he works out light that whole week, right? And it goes, Coach, we got to do the sparring. I go, absolutely, we got to do the sparring. We're way behind the 8 ball. So he does sparring, right? And the first sparring session, I was like, no, shit, we're in trouble. There was a lot of things, but there was his first one, so I'm like, okay, it's going to get better.
The rust,
then we had the first sparring session was on a Friday, and that was we're here almost a month already, bro. So we had our first sparring session on a Friday, and I'm going, oh man, not good at all. And I'm thinking, oh shit. Then Monday we had another sparring session, and he looked almost double what he did on Friday. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm starting to feel comfortable, and I'm going, good, okay, yeah, all right, we're good to go. Then all of a sudden, Wednesday comes, second round, he's going for a takedown, and all of a sudden he stops, and I'm like, what's going on? What happened? I go, why did he stop? And because he's such a warrior, he doesn't show any pain. Yeah. And I'm like, what's going on? And all of a sudden, his foot, right? And I'm like going, I just heard it. Oh, it's real bad, blah, blah, blah. So, okay. So he continued to spar that one out, right? And I'm thinking, but it was obviously very bad, right? And next thing you know, we take a couple of days off, and then he has an x-ray, broken toe. So I'm not going, shit, and then a broken toe. We're 3.5 weeks out from the fight, 3.5 weeks out, broken toe. And I'm like, great. This is all we need. Great. So now we're in that situation. And on top of that, the other guys were getting the mumps because it was highly, highly contagious. So we had another fighter, actually 4 fighters got the mumps. You know, they got thrown out of their fights. Umar got thrown out of his fight. Not only did he get the mumps, he got staph.
Yeah.
You know, he got out of the fight. And then Islam Magomedov, same thing too. He got thrown out of his UAA Warriors fight because he got the mumps. You know, and I'm like, oh my God, what's next? You know, and a bunch of guys got staph, and it was just one thing after another, man. And I'm like going, this is a cursed camp. You know, we had the greatest facility, had the greatest host, had everything going for us, but the camp itself was bad. You know, and I'm like going. So, anyways, long story short, you know, Khabib, you know, I said, hey, you know, I'm telling you, you should cancel the fight. I think you should cancel the fight. He goes, no, coach, that's fine. No, I'm not going to cancel the fight. I said, all right, okay, all right. I mean, you're the fighter. I mean, that's what you want to do. I guess you're going to have to fight through it. Then he goes, yep, I'm going to fight through it. I'm going to cancel the fight, you know. And I'm like, well, we at least look to get into a cortisone shot or something like that? Of course, that didn't work either, so we couldn't do that. I'm like, okay, well. Yeah.
Now the lidocaine, I think you can't have the lidocaine if they want you. So you have to get the cortisone by itself, and then it still hurts just as bad.
Yeah, but he didn't get the cortisone. He didn't get no cortisone shots at all. Yeah. So anyways, we're going into the fight with a broken bone. We couldn't train, and then finally he had to train, bro. We had to train. So we got actually almost 2 full weeks of training. Almost two full weeks of training. So we went back to train. He really couldn't step on the foot. You know, he couldn't check, couldn't leg check, knowing full well that Justin was going to come after that leg like a mother. And I'm like, you know, the very first thing I told him on first day of camp, he's coming after your leg. If I was him, I would come after your leg. I would tear your leg up. And he's a great kicker. He's a great low leg kicker. He's coming after your leg. He's coming after your leg. And Khabib's kind of getting tired of me telling him he's coming after your leg. you know, I said, hey, that's my job. You know, I have to figure out what's the weakness on him, and I think that was one. So that was one of the areas. So anyways, long story, fast forward. So he started training, and his last sparring session, he looked fantastic. He just looked like I said, I got Khabib back. And it took a short period of time for it to happen, Svick. It wasn't like, you know, it took time. No, man, it's like, boom, all of a sudden, fight night, I was ready, so confident. And it was all because here. And he says to me, Coach, he goes, hey, my toe is broken, but my mind's not. You know, and I said, that's good, because that meant that, you know, no matter what was going to happen, the toe wasn't going to be a factor. And we couldn't use the toe as an excuse. So if things didn't go our way, I wouldn't be talking to you about the toe. I wouldn't even say nothing about it, because, you know, that's sour grapes, you know, because all fighters get injured. All fighters come in messed up. I'm just explaining the truth of what happened. And also there's a video that I put out there about the snake, the eagle and the snake.
Yeah.
Gone back. That was a boo-boo too.